Hare Krishna. So let's do prayers. Narayanam namaskritya naram cheva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayet nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishvaki. Hare Krishna again. Welcome you all. So, as we discussed in our last class, we were on the canto number 3, chapter number 15th, and we were visualizing the how the our Vaikuntha Lok look like, how the people are behaving, what kind of their consciousness, what kind of desire they have. They are seeing the beauty and opulences everywhere, but still their consciousness is 100% is desireless. Their only desire is to serve Krishna. And everyone, all the devotees in our Vaikuntha Lok, they look like Vishnu only. They are so beautiful, but they are treating like this that they are servant of servant. Their consciousness is, and they are not attracted to any of the opulences. They are not attracted to the opposite personality like any other sex or any other woman or anything. No things. But their willing is how I can serve better to the Lord. And similarly, it's teaching us that in this Kali Yuga also, because we are not same as our the devotees who are serving Lord in the Vaikuntha Lok. We are little different. We are trying to be devotee, but we are still attached to the opulences, attached to so many things, which is uh, disturbing our spiritual practice. So with that, so that's the what we were learning in that chapter, and this Prabhupada gave many. I think that's the one of the chapter Prabhupada gave very nice purport descriptions where he was keep on telling us that we should be behaving like those devotees. We should learn. That is the my whole point is after reading that one is at least we need to pick the qualities of those devotees as those servant who wants to serve Krishna and Radha. So with that, so today we are going to discuss some of the Damodar Lila, which is we discuss again. I think Karthik was mentioning. I'm not seeing Karthik here. Uh, so this month, the Karthik month and Damodar month, which we are saying, why this Damodar Lila Krishna perform? So now my first question is the overall. When I'm preparing the notes for this class, my thought is why Krishna did this. What is the purpose of performing this Damodar Leela in Dwapar Yuga? First question. And second is, what we learn from this Damodar Leela? And the important part is learning is one, and what are the things we should be implementing or executing in our day-to-day lives. There are many lessons actually. When I was preparing, it looked like this cannot be finished in one lecture, this entire thing because of the Damodar, because there are so many connected stories and so many commentary from the different acharyas on each and every items actually. There is a lecture on just boiling of the milk when the milk boil and Yashoda Mata is left leaving the Krishna and running for the milk, there is a one lecture altogether because milk himself is very jealous that Krishna, Yashoda is giving more attention to Krishna instead of us. So they are thinking that boiling milk is one entity there as a living, and the milk is jealous of all the things which is happening. So in that, our some of the acharyas describe that what is the meaning of that entire the thing is Radharan. So we are going to give, I will try my best to give at least the overview of that Damodar Leela. Each and everything, getting the wire, there is a one lecture. Getting the rope is there is a lecture. And measuring the Krishna's, and Krishna's hand is not more than 2 feet, entire body is 2 feet. And how come that the entire house rope is short there? And what Yashoda Mata she did when It's always be having the expressions. And when I was thinking that I will say, just pretend that Leela is happening and you are standing somewhere there and watching what is going on. How the Krishna is manipulating and how the Krishna wants that Leela to be happen, right? So the two questions, just remember why Krishna did this Leela and what are the things we are going to learn from this Leela. After learning, what are the things I'm going to pick and implement in my day-to-day life? These are the three part of the sessions. You should be somewhere meditating on those things and take some takeaway. Okay, this is what my takeaway. And as I mentioned few times in my class, our resolution should not start from the 1st January. Our resolution should start from Kartik month. You can pick first day of Kartik month, mid of, or the end of the Kartik month. You have to pick that this is the what I promise to Krishna in Kartik month, and I'm going to continue till the next Kartik month, right? There are many activities we discuss in our many classes that what are the activities I can perform. I want to improve my chanting. I want to read more. I want to preach. I want to distribute book. This morning, the Gita Mataji's class, also she was emphasizing on that one. Something we have to pick and make, like in our office, we say, okay, subject matter expert. You should expert on one area. There are many things. Everything will go in the material life or spiritual life. Everything go step by step. So we need to perform those activities and take it very seriously. And think that our previous this class, we want to become a devotee like they are in the Vaikuntha Lok. They don't have any desire except to serve Krishna. Okay, let's coming back to Damodar Lila. So now my first question to everyone. Why Krishna did this Leela? Simple, 10-second answer. Anyone?
To
Yes,
give
Rajiv
pleasure,
Shamprabhu.
to give pleasure to his devotees.
To give pleasure to his devotees, that's the one Leela. That's the one thing. That's a very good answer. Yeah, Krishna does the Leela to give the pleasures or fulfill the desire of the devotees. Pleasure is one word. Yeah, as a devotee, I don't want, but he wants to fulfill the uh, expectations of the devotees, fulfill the desire of this one, and give the pleasure. At the same time, when the desire will be fulfilled, the devotee will be pleased. Any other answers? Now, Prasanna Mataji, what do you think?
To show that Krishna can be bound only by love.
To show that Krishna can be bound only by love and devotion. That's good. That's one of the best. Yes, that's Acharya mentioned that one. And okay, Amit Prabhu.
Oh, we were reading about that. They Krishna wants to have Jay and Vijay.
Yeah, yeah, that is one. Uh, जय एंड विजय नो नो दामोदर लीला में जय विजय कहाँ से आ गए भैया
the
या
the king.
या या वो
Manipulative and
हमारे कुबेर सन दे वांट टू रिलीव कुबेर सन नलो कुबेरा एंड मणिग्रीवा दे आर टू ब्रदर्स राइट
That's the
या
praise. Yeah.
या
Not
उनको the releasing them is secondary part. The important part is to fulfill the commitment of Narad Muni, because Narad Muni curse and telling that the Krishna will come and relieve you. So important is Narad Muni actually, not the Nalakuvera and Manigriva. Because Narad Muni and Brahma, they randomly curse and give on the top of that one, they are giving the blessing that you are going to be relieved by the Krishna himself. And Krishna is coming because my pure devotee committed that you will get this one. That is the one thing that is important. Okay, we got that one. Krishna wants to give the pleasures. Krishna wants to show that love and devotion, and at the same time, he promised fulfill the promise of the pure Vaishnavas, Narada Muni. Now you see that one. The Krishna is not coming for his enjoyment. No one gave that. Okay, Krishna wants to enjoy this lila, but Krishna wants to give pleasure and fulfill the desire and expectations and the promise of great Vaishnavas.
Hare Krishna
And as
Prabhu.
part of that one, yes,
Sorry, Prabhuji.
yes,
I had another observation also. If
Yeah,
you see, like in the Damodar Lila, when Mataji is trying to tie Krishna, the rope is always coming 2 finger short,
two fingers. Yeah,
right? So those 2 fingers, they represent very significantly what those 2 fingers are. One is our
yeah.
desire, then everything goes by Krishna's mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was my observation. Like
Krishna's birth. Yeah, yeah.
we
Krishna.
first we
By
need to have
showing that
desire.
two finger also, then no, no, this is very good point. Is the two finger. I'm going to cover that entire thing, but I want because you all know the Damodar Leela. So before going little bit more deeper of the Damodar Leelas, what happened? Because when I was reading and reading the commentary, I was thinking that I wish I was standing there and seeing that how Krishna is manipulating, how why Krishna making Yashoda to like chasing and running and here and there. Let's see that. Closing your eyes and you are standing there. That Leela is happening, right? So it should be pretty wonderful if we were there, or at least we should be that fortunate that we were part of those Leelas. But that the two fingers signifies so important. Yeah, our effort and Krishna's mercy. Our effort include the love and devotions. Until there is a love and devotion, and that love and devotion itself can be go more and more. If we will ask Amarendra Prabhu, I think he can go for a 1 week
Yeah.
because it's it's that love devotion he will give from so many references from Jiva Goswami and different Sandarbhas and Acharyas. What is the meaning of that two fingers?
Thanks, Rob.
Correct. And in Prabhupada purport also, it's covered in many purports also, right? So with that, let's jump into this one, and then later we will discuss after this all the importance of having uh, this Damodar Lila. What is the takeaway for me? How that small informations that Leela gave the changes in my day-to-day life, and right, that is important. So let's start. Let's go with making like a little bit a story thing. So understanding the Damodar Lila is the day all the maid servants. There are hundreds of maid servants in our Nand Baba house, and Yashoda Mata usually more focus on making the butter, special butter from special cows for Krishna. And she was singing and making the churning of that yogurt and milk. And during that time, she was so happy and she was singing the song. And all the other maid servants were occupied in other work service. So she has to churning that one. At the same time, she put the milk in that big bowl so that is boiling, and she was singing the song. And during that time, Krishna think this is the best time I want to do this Leela. It was sometime in the midday kind of thing. So she was doing that activity, and now Krishna suddenly came and says, I'm hungry. I want your milk, not the cow milk. And she was in the middle of activity, but still say, okay, my son is coming. And here very nicely explained by Prabhupada that she never realized that she never have a thought that my son is some extra powerful or some supreme or nothing. She was thinking, I'm so much affectionate for my son whenever he will ask, and she wants to give the topmost, like if the butter also is coming from the topmost cow. They were saying in the description close to 10,000 special cows they have for Krishna. For that milk, they prepare the butter. Now the question is, they have Nand Baba Maharaj, he has so special cow, butter and everything. Why Krishna is going and stealing in the other house then? When sufficient of butter they have, and they are selling outside, they are sending to Mathura, they have enough butter. Why Krishna is stealing another house? This story we will cover maybe some other time, but there is a one complete lecture why Krishna is going outside. This is very beautiful stories. There are so many things. That's what I was saying, that if we cover the Damodar Lila, it will go for a 1 week actually. It cannot be like possible to cover everything, each and every branches of this one. Then why? Now Krishna is approaching to Yashoda Mata and she was singing, and it's described that when she was churning, her bangles sound and earring tops everything is making so like transcendental sounds. But during that time, Krishna enter and say, I am hungry. I want your milk. And then Yashoda Mata, of base of love and affectionate, she start giving that one. And now the milk is watching from there. That's how our Acharya mentioned that the milk is very jealous. I'm here, and Krishna is occupying Yashoda Mata when she was working on it. And suddenly the milk is start boiling. Get the attention of Yashoda Mata. And after seeing that one, Yashoda Mata completely forgot that Krishna is taking the milk. And during that time, when she left, and the Krishna says, no, no, this is not fair for me. He broke that pot, what she was churning, and he started run away inside. And what he did, he climbed into that mortal, which was ups and down somewhere, and he was making the round. And by the time Yashoda Mata take care of that boiling milk and pouring wherever, all the activity, when she came out, what she saw that the pot is broken. And when the pot is broken and the Krishna's, that lotus feet was on that curd milk, and it's showing that step going inside somewhere. She understood that this is all the done by Krishna himself. Then she was following that steps, which was having some footprint of that yogurt, right? And she went inside and she was with what she was carrying that time, a stick, right? So once she went inside, and what she saw inside, she broke another pot there. He climbed into the mortar and taking all the butter and feeding to whom? Monkeys and other birds and thing, and he was by hand, he start giving the monkeys. But after seeing the stick, what she did, what Krishna did? Anyone?
He started lying,
Run.
got scared, and he was lying to Yashoda Mata that
Yeah.
he's not
So
feeling,
that is the,
but he's
yeah, and
away.
he was start crying and rubbing his eyes. Do you think that Krishna is afraid of that stick? But this Lila is so nice. If you read by yourself in all the different description, he has the kajal, right? The black thing, and the tears is mixed with that one. And the Yashoda melted, right? Okay, look like my son, after seeing that stick, he is so afraid. And oh, I should not having that stick. She throw away that one. But now because he's afraid, might he will do some other activities, might he will leave the house, might he will go somewhere else. So then she thought, but still I want to give him some kind of punishment and tie him. She thinking, okay, I'm not going to scare you, don't worry. And she grabbed him, and with the same motor, she was trying to bind whatever the rope she found it. She tried not only once, then that each time she was trying to complete, and all this running thing and chasing, all the maid server they are watching there, standing and watching that what Yashoda Mata is going to do. Is she is going to beat Krishna? Is this? They were laughing, and when they were laughing, Yashoda Mata is start laughing also. She was saying that no, 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 I don't want to. He's my like my heart is my that love thing is that affectionate is there, and she doesn't want to be hurt anyway. But what is description is given is why she wants to tie. It's clearly mentioned that she doesn't want that due to afraid, due to scaredness, Krishna should not leave the house. So I want to bind him now. So for binding, she was thinking that let me bring some rope, and she was to start binding this. And somewhere is mentioned that she try all the rope from the house. It was not sufficient, and not only that one, she went to the neighbor house and bring more ropes to tie that 2 feet Krishna. And all the Leelas and all the maid servant in the house, they are standing there and they're laughing that why Yashoda wants to tie. And after seeing that, and now because running and chasing, Yashoda Mata hair and things is so spread, and she very tired now. Then Krishna sees that. Now, so I cannot uh, see that scene. Krishna was a little bit merciful there. That's where the two fingers is come as. Now Yashoda Mata putting all her efforts to binding the Krishna, and Krishna will be so many descriptions, so many analogies given by Prabhupada and different Acharya in that thing, that particular moment, that Krishna can be bind only by the pure Vaishnavas. Krishna actually want to be bind by the pure Vaishnavas. After seeing that loving and devotion, Krishna is giving the mercy. So here is a very big lesson, very important lesson for all of us, that if we want to bind Krishna in our heart, we have to perform the same like Yashoda Mata. Without any desire, with full of affectionate, we want to do those service which will attract Krishna. At least Krishna is willing to be attracted by the devotees, by the pure Vaishnavas. Right? So Prabhupada given few things. Let me read some of the purport of the chapters. From this dealing between the mother Yashoda and Krishna, we can understand that the exalted positions of the pure devotee in the loving service of the Lord, like yogis, jnanis, karmis, and all the Vedantas people, they cannot approach Krishna. They must remain very, very far away from him and try to enter his bodily effulgence. Their intention and the desire of these yogis and the jnanis and who are doing all the meditation thing, their thing is, I want to merge in there, but they are really, really far. They must remain very, very far away from him and try to enter his effulgence. But the great demigod also, like Brahma, Lord Shiva, always worship the Lord by meditation and by service. Even the most powerful Yamraj fears the Krishna. Now here the thing is, Krishna is afraid of Yashoda Mata. There is another lecture on all this topic. Do you think, first of all, that Krishna will be afraid? Is not. But here in the description shows that Krishna is afraid of Yashoda Mata. So Yashoda Mata is a pure Vaishnava devotees and Krishna is afraid of the devotees. And Krishna wants to get bound by the devotees. This is very important thing. You can make Krishna will be more attractive to you by the performance of your service. Just meditate on these one thing, afraid thing. No, Yamraj is afraid of Krishna, but Krishna is afraid of devotees. And Krishna wants Vaishnava to be bound him. Is to bind him, attract him with all the pure devotions and love. Once Krishna starts seeing that Yashoda Mata's their real intention is because of the love, now he starts seeing that Yashoda Mata not want to punish him, but Yashoda Mata intention is that Krishna should not be go away from him. Again, there is another branch of the story here is, as a devotee, we want Krishna to be in our life all the time. We want to attract in whichever the way. And yesterday, let me little divert here. We offer the prasadam, right? What is our intention when we offer the prasadam? We want Krishna to take that one, at least have some flavor of that one. That is our intention, so that we can serve prasadam and that prasadam become Mahaprasadam, and because we offer to Guru and all the parampara. But what is our real intention in offering the prasadam? Just think, just step aside and think that why Krishna will come and take our prasad first. What is our consciousness? Now that I will give you some background. Radharani is making 108 dishes every day, unique item, no difference. Why Krishna will leave that 108 item and come for our sabji and roti? Why he is interested when he has 108 item there?
For the love of the devotees.
Love and devotion. Do you think that our love and it will melt Krishna heart and he will leave that 108 item and come to us? That's very good answer, the Mataji. That's the thing is, our love and devotion should be there. But what is our consciousness? Our consciousness, yesterday in our Bhagavad Gita class, I was asking this. My topic was there fear, emotion, and devotion, right? We start from our डर. ओ अगर मैं ऐसा नहीं करूंगा तो अरे भगवान मुझे पनिशमेंट देंगे. Our mostly bhakti in the here and there, right? Then we will come in the emotional stage. Okay, no, everyone is doing. I see this. I so मेरा हृदय मेल्ट हो रहा है, ऐसा लग रहा है, right? Then next step is my proper devotion where I will show the love. So I want to make that 2 chapati, roti, and 1 cup of milk when I offer. What is my consciousness from the beginning, from the kitchen? When I make the prasada, my consciousness is I'm making for Lord. I'm making for my Guru. And not only that one, when you go to the market and when you see some vegetable, oh, Krishna like this vegetable. I want to make this one. I want to buy this fruit because Krishna love it. My consciousness is start from bringing that stuff to your kitchen and going to the offering thing. We have to change that one. When our effort is start from there, then Krishna says, sees not only that 2 chapati, she's seeing your effort, what effort is making by Yashoda Mata to chasing and getting all the ropes from the house to bind the Krishna. Our consciousness has to be that pure, and it has to be start from our shopping list. When we go there, when we will make the sabji, most of the time did we think that actually long time back Gita Mataji mentioned that when we go to the market shop, our consciousness is, oh, Radharani like this sabji. Oh, Krishna likes this mangoes. We heard in many katha also, right? Krishna love mangoes. Krishna love sandesh. Krishna love yogurt. Krishna love butter. When we go there, our consciousness, this is what the Acharya mentioned, that the thread, that rope, which Yashoda Mata is not only in her house, going to the neighbor house and getting more and more rope. And one place is Prabhupada mentioned that Krishna is only 2 feet. Why we need that much of rope? But the effort is there. Yashoda Mata wants Krishna should not be, because of that scaredness or afraid, Krishna should not be go away from my house. So our learning is we want so attract to the Krishna that we want to hold Krishna so that Krishna should not leave our house. Irrespective, I will offer 1 chapati or rice or roti. Krishna should be always in my house. And there's so many places is mentioned by the Acharya also. The importance of Guru. We want to hold the Prabhupada dhoti so that wherever he will go, he will take us. So similarly, we have to hold the lotus feet of Krishna and begging him that please stay at my house. So what effort, as Prasanna Mataji said, our love and devotion. Our love and devotion start from our consciousness when we start that initiative. That I'm cooking there, I'm making the garland, I'm giving the bath. Everything is start way before. That effort is the Krishna wants to watch. Right? And many people, as I was reading there, Krishna, as Yashoda Mata, never think that, okay, Krishna is everywhere. And if you read some Lila, before Damodar Lila, there was a one Lila happened immediate before than this. It was when Krishna was showing the entire universe within his mouth, right? So when Yashoda Mata saw that one, but still she doesn't want to, okay, no, the little boy is my son. That's it. She's not going all over the speculations that, okay, he is, as Prabhupada mentioned in one of the things, there are the 3 words we learn in our Bhagavad Gita class: omnipotent, omniscience, and omnipresence. Anyone remember what is the difference 3? Okay, so let me give you. Omnipotent is meaning God is all powerful. Potencies, he has that one, that he is so powerful. And the meaning of the God, the Supreme God, has no limitations. And omniscience means is God, he knows everything. He is knowing everyone. The God knows everything, and including the past, present, and futures. He knows everything. And omnipresence, as presence, the word is present everywhere all the time. and at the same time. Like we heard when he was in the Dwarka, he was present for all the wives at the same time. And we heard so many things, but this is one of the common examples, 16,000. But he was dancing in the Ras Leela with more than 10, I think 10 billion, he says, or 100 billion Ras Leela happening with the gopis, and he was dancing with everyone at the same time. And all the gopis think that Krishna is with me. So after having that much of potencies, omni-word, omnipotence, omniscience, and omnipresence, Yashoda Mata, she said, no, he is my boy. He is not any extraordinary kuch nahi hai ye. Ye mera son hai. That's it. She is still thinking after showing that entire universe. And we heard in the Bhagavatam that all the universe from the pores of the Vishnu, and from the Canto 1 and in the Canto 3 also. So many universe came out of this, and that entire universe Yashoda Mata is seeing inside the Krishna. After having that one also, Yashoda Mata, no. He is my little boy, and he should not be affected by any demons. So after that happened, then Yashoda get back to her business, cleaning everything, and finally Krishna allow Yashoda Mata to bind that one. And he was crawling that time. And by the time all this incident happened, maybe he was keep quiet and something. And then it's become evening, little bit dark. And Krishna was crawling with that thing, and all the friends came in. And the friend thinks, okay, where is Krishna? He's supposed to go for playing outside. But they didn't see Krishna outside, and all the friends went inside now, and they were with the Krishna. And all the elder people and Mata and everyone, all the servant, they were busy with their all the activities, cooking and whatever the things, the chore work of that house, they were doing that work. At the night time, now the Lila of, as someone mentioned, Krishna knows that this Leela is one is love and devotion he wants to show. And now is the time to fulfill the promise of Narad Muni, who gave to the son of Kuber. Now this is again one part of the stories. Who was the Kuber first of all? He was, anyone? Who was Kuber?
Treasurer of the demigods.
Right? He's the richest person. He was holding all the funds. He is much, much richer than any of the Ambani or these peoples. And now the son of richest person can be spared by the inauspicious activities. No, right? So now you think that people will think, oh, I am the son of politician, I am the son of this or that. It doesn't matter. If you are not behaving appropriately with the Vaishnavas, that's the one of the Vaishnava Aparadh, what they were doing is being that elevated soul, and they are pure bhakt of Shiv. Manigriva and Nilakubera, these both the sons, they were highly elevated. And because of that ego or pride, something, they were doing some inappropriate activity during the auspicious time. And they were mentioned in the Katha is they were taking the bath with in the inappropriate way. Let's put it that one. They were not wearing any clothes, and they were drunk so much. And when the Narad Muni was passing by, and Narad Muni is so elevated, Vaishnava, what they did, they were, because their eyes were, you can see the drunkard person, right? They don't know what they are talking about. And they were not wearing any clothes. They were completely nude, naked. That's the word is used by Prabhupada. When they were in that situation, then Narad Muni came. They were not able to give proper obedience. They were not behaving properly. Then, when they were nude, then Prabhupada mentioned, as the Narad Muni saw this one and that activity, he didn't think that, oh, they are the son of Kuber, let me excuse him. No. And they are the pure devotee of Shiva. Still Narad Muni cursed them in very beneficial way, that because you are this, you are going to be Yamala tree, that two twins, the Arjun tree somewhere place mentioned, or Yamala tree. So they become the two trees. At the same time, the good information is Krishna will come and they will relieve you. Until then, you are going to be like a tree is always nude, right? It's not wearing anything. So you will be nude tree for rest of so many yugas until Krishna will come and he will relieve you. And this is the time Krishna is waiting to performing that Leela to give the lesson that I can be attracted, you can bind me only by love and devotion. At the same time, he is talking about binding, and at the same time, he is giving the Leela that I'm going to free up some people and fulfilling the promise of Narad Muni. So he dragged that mortal, that okhal bhi kehte hain Hindi mein. He dragged and between the two trees, and all their friends they are watching. No elder people were there. It's a little night time. All the kids were watching that Krishna, that the push that one, and both the tree came out. And as soon the tree came out, the tree knows that one. They are watching that today is the day we are going to free up from this tree. Nalakuvira, they are watching all the Leelas of Krishna. They were so fortunate. They were in the kya bolte, Angan bolte, in the front of the courtyard of the house. They were watching the Leela of Krishna and all the demon and fight. And today they know that today is the day we are going back. And Krishna make that happen, and they both come in the, as a form of demigods. And they gave the obeisance. They were praying there. And at the same time, now they gave the circumstances of the Krishna, jo hum mandir mein chakkar lagate hain. They did, and they went back to their places. Once that sound came, when the tree fall, right, there is a huge sound. We have that some experience. Me and Partha Priya Prabhu recently in the temple also, there was unfortunate. The good part is no one got hurt, but we saw that tree fall down, a huge tree in front of us. And it makes so much of big sound. When that sound came, what happened? All the elder people, everyone, mother and everyone came. Okay, how it's possible that this happened? And all the kids, they were saying, no, 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 Krishna did it, Krishna did it. We didn't do anything. They were saying, but they were no one is able to believe that one. How Krishna can bring that two tree? Again, Yashoda Mata think, okay, now they're not worried about the tree. They were start saying, okay, did my son is okay? Still, this proves that Krishna is making all the Yog Maya. Everyone is seeing only the abnormal activities. He don't want to show the supernatural his strength. But some, all the kids, they were saying, no, no, this is did by Krishna. We are not part of any of these activities. If you see that Lila is happening and all the kids, they were shouting and blaming Krishna for the responsible for those trees. But all the elder people, and during that time, we know that there was no torch or light or any focus light, something, right? What they were carrying?
Lamps.
Ghee lamp. They want to see Krishna, that Krishna, you are okay. With showing that ghee lamp to the Krishna and everyone, okay, yeah, you are fine, you are fine. And Krishna was so pleased. And other Acharya and the Prabhupada says the importance of Damodar month and showing the ghee lamp is not only showing this one, you are showing the lamp to your heart. Enlighten your heart with that ghee lamp. The importance is not the any lamp, is a ghee lamp is important. You should be having the ghee lamp and showing to the Lord and looking at each body part. That's why they were saying that you start from lotus feet. Go for the 4 circle, 2 circle and 3 circle. You are looking at Krishna with the ghee lamp, making sure that Krishna is okay. We thinking that Krishna will be looking our side. Krishna, please make sure that I am okay. But now this month, we all are making sure that Krishna, you didn't hurt by the 2 trees. And at the same time, that lamp we are showing in our heart that we want the same light in our heart. We want to be enlightened by this. So Krishna is giving so many messages, not by, he's telling that you cannot bind me. No Jnani, no Yogi or any of the people, they are very far, far away from me to attract me. Only the devotees with the love and devotion, they can attract me. And in the Brahma Samhita, I will read one shloka. Prabhupada mentioned that Advaitam Achyuktam Anadim Ananta Rupam Adyam Puranam Purusham Nava Yuvanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabh Adurlabh Atma Bhaktau Govindam Adi Purusham Tam Aham Bhajami. What is the meaning is, everything is one because Krishna is the supreme cause of everything. Krishna cannot be measured or calculated by the Vedic knowledge. Vedeshu Durlabh. He is available only to the devotee. Adurlabh Atma Bhaktav. Devotee can handle him because they act on the basis of loving service. Bhaktya mam abhijananti yavam yasya chasmi tatvata. Thus, Mother Yashoda wanted to bind him. So, Bhakta, Yashoda Mata represent as a pure Vaishnav. She wants to bind, and they, the devotees, can only handle him. No other people. You can become a Jnani, you can read all the Vedas. But here, one thing is, you cannot measure or calculate it by Vedic knowledge. But many times you see that the reading of the Bhagavad Gita, Vedeshu Krishnatvam. All the Vedas, entire summary of the Veda is to understand Krishna, but at the same time, Brahma Samhita Brahma says that again the Vedic knowledge is not good enough to understand or measure the Krishna's all the total opulences, all his leelas. We have to behave like a devotees, the way the mother Yashoda wants to do it. Makes sense, right? So Brahma also confirming this, that's what the thing is. And when Yashoda Mata was trying to bind the offending child, she saw that the binding rope was so short. And there is the one message that short is because our effort, we think that, oh, I'm cooking nice, I'm everything. There could be law, the true thing is always be missing. To fill that gap of two things, we have to change our consciousness. We have to follow our acharyas, what they are saying, how to attract Krishna. And again is coming down to the same, is we have to attract by this Kali Yuga, the process what is given. Again, Brahma mentioned that time, Brahma is mentioning the same thing. Correct? So with that, I want to stop here. There are so many notes I'm reading from here, but any questions, anything, any comment or suggestions about the Damodar Lila? Or you can share that, yeah, Prabhuji, this is the thing, and this is the takeaway for me. Maybe you didn't heard here, but somewhere else also. What do you think that, what is your takeaway from this Kartik month or Damodar month, which is so important for, yeah, anyone? I can share a few more things.
So,
Yes, Prabhu.
for me, it's like, I'm not as much involved in all this devotion and all, but this Kartik month, I think, gives me another opportunity to kind of put a little bit more effort.
Yeah. Prabhuji, we actually, I don't want to underestimate that, okay, you didn't do, I do, you are doing. If you do one thing which you did in Kartik month with your full consciousness, that may make you go back to Godhead. That's the power of things. I was listening to one Prabhupada lecture a few days back, and Prabhupada is not saying that this happened. He was saying guaranteed. And he repeated that guaranteed word twice. If you did some effort, small efforts, very sincerely, and because of some reason, you were not able to complete for the rest of the life, Krishna will be so merciful that he will make sure you will get the second chance of human birth, guaranteed. And he repeated twice this line. If you do anything but you were not able to complete, Krishna will make sure, guaranteed, that you don't have to go to 8.4 million birth. He will make devotee as a human form, and you will start where you left in your previous birth. Guaranteed. I listened to that line few times actually. That was just make sure. So we all are in the same category actually. We are doing some small thing. Just I saw the Karthik hand, but I want to tell one story. Because of that I just remember, and I told many times. One places long time back, one Brahman was doing all the Bhagavad Gita reading, shlokas, chanting, everything, and neighbor of that is one, the dancer, the prostitute or dancer. She was living, and she was always watching him reading the Bhagavad Gita. She was always try to listen what he is reading. That is small efforts. And here the Brahman, what is saying? Oh, she's so unchaste lady and she was dancing for other people. I don't know what she's doing. At the time of the death, who got opportunity to go back to Godhead? That lady, because she was very sincerely try to listen what he is doing. Just watching and listening herself make her qualified to go back to Godhead. And this Brahmana has to take another birth as a human form to continue further. So these are the two things, Prabhu. So whatever you did, whatever you learn, if, as I said, start that promise that for next Kartik month, I'm going to continue. At least I don't want to degrade myself. I want to improve and continue that one. If you are chanting something, which is you have to, and continue that bhakti process until the next 1 year. Okay. Thanks, Prabhu. Thanks for sharing. Yes, Kartik Prabhu.
Yeah, Lakshman Bhai. So in Bhagavad Gita we have that sloka, right? Which says Mata Paratarandan Yat
Kinchit, yeah.
Mai Sarvamidam Protam Sutre Maniganaiva. That slokam says that just like the gems are embedded within the rope or a little thread, everything and anything is actually in me. It's like is embodied. So once that sloka, we understand that. And now if you understand the Damodar Lila, all he's trying to say is no rope can actually try me ever. That's what he says in that sloka. Nothing can actually bind me. And then when everybody is actually looking at Yashoda Amma, and he's trying to knot him with the ropes, little ropes. And all the gopis and gopagalas, everybody is actually looking at him. She's not able to do it. And she gets a little feeling that this kid is actually making fun of me. And she begins to feel that Krishna is making fun of me in front of these are all my servant maids. These are all I am the Nanda Maharaj's wife here. She's got that. And then she looks at Krishna. And then she again tries to do that with her own effort. And then Krishna, we won't. He puts all her effort trying to bind. Finally, she just gives up and surrenders. At that point, Krishna says, Amma, now let me bind myself to you. And this is one more Acharya. I mean, in Telugu, she kind of explained it. Saying that for whatever reason you try to do it with your own ego in place, you can never bind it. You just actually surrender completely. And then even the person who, or even the entity in which everything is embedded, become part of, and the process is what you have just mentioned. Simple devotion, but you don't have to be super ostentatious or super showy devotion. All you want to do is just fall onto his feet every day. For whatever time. That's what this gentleman, I mean, this Acharya in Telugu kind of explained it.
No, this is very good. Thanks for sharing, Karthik. The thing is, in this, when I was reading and preparing some notes, I was thinking that it's impossible because it's everything is small. Afraid also, there is a one lecture. How come Krishna will become scared of Mata? Right? How come he is scared of that stick? When he was killing demon, every day he is killing multiple demons. How come that one stick can bother him? But there is a one very good analogy there that he can be afraid of the devotees, pure devotees. And pure devotees can drag Krishna everywhere. And like when he was playing with his friends, right? And because of that, he purposely defeat from the friends so that he can carry the friends on his back. And he's running. He's showing that Lila that he can. we can make him come here and there and drag him by our love and devotion. That's very good point, Prabhu. But let's wrap up because we have 2-3 minutes left. So this entire Kartik month, maybe there we will see that what are the different things happen this month itself, right? I put some notes and most of the things you know, but here and there. But the Kartik month auspicious is because the Damodar Lila happens. That's the one. And fulfilling the Narad Muni's promise. That is the second thing. And the Sagar Manthan happened in this same month. Lord Ram back to the Ayodhya. Diwali we celebrate. We celebrate the Govardhan Puja. That's the one. We also celebrate the Tulsi Viva. We also celebrate the Lord Shiva Kartikeya. He killed one huge demon named as Tripura Sura. And there are many other things happen in this same month. And many different places of India, we celebrate many festivals. One of them is the Diwali one, Damodar Lila, right? Damodar month, entire thing. And on top of that, the Panchaka Bhishma Pitama, he left his body and he picked the very auspicious particular day to take his last breath. That also mentioned in very nicely that why he picked that one day. He was waiting for Krishna so that he can see the Krishna's face all the time. And that particular moment, because Bhishma Pitama has that, what is that, boon or privilege that he can leave his body by his own wish. I wish that we should all have that wish, but, but the Bhishma Pitama left his body. At the time, he chose, not the Krishna chose or Yamraj chose or any Vishnu Duta chose. He particularly chose that one because his motive was that Indraprasth should be managed and handled by the real people, right? Real, genuine peoples. So when he saw that Yudhishthir, who came in front of him and get the knowledge, and he saw that the Krishna is on the side, yeah, Yudhishthir and his brother is taking off the Indraprasth. He's saying that this is the best time for me to leave this. And during this month, usually many places, there are 2 Ekadashis. People will go to Ganges to take the bath. They will do a lot of fasting, lot of charity, and they will do the lighting the lamp, offering the lamp to the things, and they will read the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So there are many activities what we can perform during this month also, right? What happen is one, what we do is, this is the one so that we can progress in our bhakti life. And with that, there are many other notes, but I want to pause here and let me stop my